All right, everybody. Very good evening to all of you. We are live again at 6 p.m. now, and you are watching this particular free masterclass and from Coding Invaders. So I hope everybody is very much excited about this particular masterclass. So before I start, guys, I just wanted to quickly check with all of you if you guys can see me or hear me well properly. Then do let me know in the comment section so that I can have an idea that yes, I can start this particular masterclass. So to all the people who is watching me right now, please just let me know in the chat section that if you can see me or hear me well, then I'll just probably take a heads up and I'll start this particular masterclass. So I got a comment from the Janvi, Vandana, Girish, Ganesh, Uday, everybody can see me and hear me well. That's perfect. All right, that's perfect. Navya, Kologuri, Rohan, Uday, Janvi. Thank you so much, guys, for confirming and engaging with me. So let's get it started because this masterclass is going to be one of the most important and one of the most interesting and one of the most valuable session for all of you because we have an amazing guest as well who is well experienced into this particular data industry. So we're going to explore a lot of things and we're going to cover some interesting news as well. What is exactly happening, the kind of layoff which is happening, how exactly AI is dominating, a lot more things is happening. And on the other side, people are quite worried about it. So we're going to have a detailed discussion about it, and we will also understand that how you can earn up to 20 lakh per annum in this data science field, even if you don't know the C of a coding. Yeah, because I know that at my time, generally, whenever we think about IT, we generally think that somebody should needs to be from a computer science background or coding knowledge is required or something like that. But here, we're going to exactly discuss from scratch to an advanced level that how exactly it is possible to make your career in a data science industry even if you don't have any technical background. What I mean that you just need to be graduate and still you can do it. So let's get started without wasting any more time. All right, guys, perfect. Moving on. So guys, let me tell you about myself. My name is Amir Akhtar and I'm a career consultant. I've helped more than 200 plus people getting a job into an IT field as a data scientist and as a data analyst as well. Apart from this career consultant, I'm a content creator as well. I have 5 years of experience, so I can better understand that what sort of challenges you guys are facing and what sort of hesitations you guys have, where exactly you're sitting in a comfort zone, and what exactly kind of validations you guys are looking for to take this better decision and move ahead in your career. So if you want to talk to me and text me if you have some questions and you want to get some guidance, anything, whatever, if you want to talk to me related to your career about the guidance, I have attached my Instagram link. You can DM me. I'm available 24/7 and I can help you out because I love to help those people and I love to be the part of those people who are making their successful journey. All right, guys. So this is about me. All right. So let's move on. But yes, I have some surprises for all of you because you are giving your precious time. So it's my responsibility to give you some surprises as well so that not only with this particular session you learn something, but also get something out of it. All right. So yes, stay tuned till the end because I am going to announce that surprise for with all of you in just 1 or 2 minutes. So yes, I have started already getting a lot of question. Can I get a work from home jobs by doing data science? For sure you can get it, but I would request you to stay till the end because if you will get this answer directly from an industrial expert who is well experienced, who is already there in data science, it can give you a more clear idea. All right, so keep your questions ready because we will be also having a Q&A session as well where I'll pick up your question and ask directly to the guest speaker as well. So this session, I'm telling you, this session which I've made it a free masterclass, you're going to have a very much valuable thing in this particular masterclass. Why? Because here we will be clearing a lot of myths, doubts, pre-assumptions that we have in our mind when it comes to career switching or take a better decisions in your career. All right. Moving on. So first of all, I wanted to understand from all of you, all people who's watching me right now, I just wanted to understand that from which place and you guys are from and what exactly your age is. Because the better I will understand your age demographics, I can better understand your experience. And on that basis, I will be deriving the whole webinar so that it will make the maximum sense to you and you can relate with yourself. So the poll is on your screen, guys. You can just tap it and let me know that what exactly your ages and from which city you are. That will definitely going to help me out. So I can see more than 60% people are in between 20 to 38. It means that some of you must be final year students. Some of you must be have joined a company recently, or some of you maybe 6 months or 1 or 2 years of experience. Perfect. And I can see 22% of people are with the age of 30 to 40. That's really interesting. And if I'll talk about this states, then I can see Agra, Hyderabad, Bangalore, Chennai, Guntur, Maharashtra, Ahmedabad. That's interesting. That's interesting. So Patna, Bihar. So I can see Punjab as well. Wow. So I can see the audience are from the pan India. So I'm very much excited to interact with all of you who are sitting every single corner of India. So I'm very much excited. And yes, thank you so much, guys. Vizag, Andhra Pradesh, Odisha, Assam, Hyderabad. That's nice. That's nice. So I've got an understanding that this audience are a mix of college people and a mix of inexperienced people as well. So I will make sure that I'll derive the webinar in such a way that it makes most sense of it. Now it's time to announce the surprise that I have without wasting any much time. So at what exactly the surprise is, I know you have seen the advertisement and you know what exactly I'm going to talk about, but still let me tell you exactly. All right. So why we are doing this particular masterclass? We are doing this masterclass to support our data science course from a Coding Invaders. What is the specialty about this particular course that we are offering? It is 80% practical, which includes 1500 plus assignments and 10 real projects. And it is actually been approved by the employers who are already working into a big giant companies, and they know what is the requirement in the data science industry. So these materials, modules, assignments, which will make you relevant to the job market, is actually been approved by the person who are already working over there and are experienced people. So if I talk about the overall placement rate, it is 93%. Why? Because if you will learn something which is relevant to the market, the chances of getting placement will increase for sure. It's very simple and logical. Moving on, now I have to announce the surprise, and the surprise is right in front of you guys. You are watching right now because one of you at the end of the session, whoever will stay till the end of the session will get a chance to win one premium data science course from Coding Invaders, that too for free. And the specialty of this course is we promise 100% job guarantee, and we provide agreement too. So it is very legit, safe and secure for sure. So one of you is watching me right now and thinking that it's a good opportunity. So I have attached the link in the chat section. Go fill it up fast. I'll give you 1 or 2 minutes of time. Go fill it up and let me know that you are done, and then I'll start this masterclass, because this contest I have started right now, and I'm going to end this contest just after 30 minutes. All right. And then I'll share my screen, and then I'll choose one random person and I'll enroll in front of you into a job guarantee badge. All right, guys. So it's one of you will get a chance to win, and others who will not win, I have an opportunity for them as well. So if you're watching, I'm going to enjoy this session. So let's not waste any much time. Just fill it up, okay, and let me know that you are done. And you can just comment down the chat section that Amir, I'm done, I registered, and then I'll start. So some of you are saying that page not found, 404 found. So I'll just see with my team what exactly it is happening. Let me click by myself if it is working or not. So the page is not working, guys. Let me talk to my team. Hold on, stay. Give me a second, guys. Calm down. Page is not working. So is it working now, guys? It's still 404, page not found. We are facing this issue. MJ saying, how's the Josh? Oh, yeah, that's nice. That's nice. I like the people who are very much energetic and passionate about it. What to do? It's not working perfectly. Okay. In my case, I am not able to open. That's serious concern. So I would request all of you to stay. Let me fix it. Okay. Now it is working, guys. I can see it is working. The timer has already started. Come on, guys. Let's go. Whoever has faced the challenge, just cut all the tabs. All right, and you can use incognito as well, the way you use. Okay, so you can click on it and register and let me know. So, guys, can you just tell me that it is opening now or not? Please let me know first, so that everybody who is watching me should get a chance to participate over here. And I'll start. There's no rush. Just let me know if you're done. It's working. Just refresh. Okay, perfect. So guys, go fill it up. Put your name, number, emails, and write what is your highest qualification. You should write it and what is your English level? Good, very good, bad, or very bad, poor. All right. So you can write it down accordingly. We will be able to understand you much better. So John Paul is saying that the page is not working. Page is working, man. Come on, John. Page is working because everybody can fill. No, it's not working. Okay, let me see once again. For me, it is working, by the way. Let me click it somewhere else. You can copy the link and use in another browser and you open it. All right. Done, 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 done. Let me see how many people have registered. Hold on. Okay. Hold on a second, guys. Give me registration. All right. Done, 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 done. I guess a lot of people have already registered. Come on, guys, hurry up. Hurry up. Come on, guys. We are going. Only 50 people have filled, and we have more than 150 plus people. Come on, guys. Don't waste any much time. I would want, because what happened in the last time is the person who registered at the end actually got a chance to win this whole data scientist course of 9 months, which promises job guarantee, that too for free. Vidya is saying job page is not working. Page is working. Come on, Vidya. You can please open it up. It is working. It is working. I can clearly see. Let me share my screen and show it to you. Let me share my screen. So I'm sharing my entire screen. Okay. Can you guys see my screen? All right. Now this is the particular link which I'm observing. And I'll click it over here and I can see this is opening. So you can enter your name, you can enter your email, you can enter your valid number, so that if by chance you got selected, you get a call and you can pick it up, and you can write your highest qualification, post-graduation, graduation, diploma, pursuing graduation, 12th pass, 10th pass, whatever it is, and then English level, what exactly, and then you have to click and apply over here. All right. All right, guys. So it is working. Please see, and let me see how many people have registered. So I'll just click the link over here. I'll hide the numbers and emails. So let me refresh. So let's cross 100, guys. I'm giving you 1 or 2 minutes of time. So the last person who registered was Maniraj Manohar Raj Kumar. Come on, guys. We are going to cross 100. Come on, fast. Very fast, very fast, very fast. So it is filling up very fast. Hurry up, because I have to start the webinar now. So I just don't want that anybody should miss it. So 101 registration is already done. Anybody else who is left? Anybody else who is left? It's done. It's working now. It's done. It's working now. So I have stopped sharing my screen because now I have got an idea that you guys are now able to focus on the link, and it is working. Perfect. 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 So I guess almost 80% of people have already registered, and who haven't registered yet, please register, because I will keep on pasting the link for all of you so that you should not miss it. All right. Perfect. Because after 30 minutes, we are going to have a Q&A session. And after Q&A session, I am going to, announce the winner. All right. So Kritika is saying, who's the guest? I'll definitely bring, you will see. And it's one of the nice and interesting, one of my favorite guest speakers there. It gives a very clear-cut idea. And people actually get a lot of help from them. Moving on, if somebody who's asking me about the pricings, then I'll tell you the course price was 15,000 per month. It is like 12 months EMI. All right. But just because you are watching me right now and we have a special guest, you are eligible for 45% straight away discount. I'm just telling you an information to all the people who thinks that if we will not win, how we can join the job guarantee batch. This is a special offer only to those who is watching me right now. I'm not selling you anything. I'm just making you aware that wherever you're sitting right now, you're eligible for these benefits. Now it's your call how you will do it. The link is in the chat section. You can book a free counseling call, talk to the counselor, check your eligibility criteria, see why a job guarantee is possible, how it is possible, the agreement that we are providing, what exactly is written in the agreement, and how sure we are. If not placed, what will happen? Talk to the alumni, verify, then take a decision. All right, moving on. So let me tell you about the Coding Invaders. Coding Invaders is a platform, is an edtech platform which actually helps a non-IT professional to get into an IT. And we have 100 plus hiring partners. If I talk about more than 90% of placement rate, we have whoever has done our courses have got 30 to 400% of salary hike, and already 22,000 people are learning with us. All right, because we know exactly what is happening in the industry. We know exactly the companies are because see, if you will see 100 plus companies train their employee with us, so we are in continuous talk with them that what sort of challenges they are facing, what sort of skilled people they need, so they keep on coming to us asking that this sort of, do you have any students or any candidates who is skilled in XYZ tool? We are in need of those people to hire. So we have a good network. So as a student, you just need to study, rest is our responsibility to schedule interview and get you placed. It's very simple. If I'll schedule 10 calls for you, at least you'll track one. It's as simple as that. All right. So now let me understand your opinion. Let me understand why you are here. Let me understand the intention of that why you joined over here. So there's a three options. The poll is on your screen. So you have to choose one, that if you are here just to listen without any goals, without any mission in your mind, then you have to tap one. If you are the person who is looking to study and looking for a courses and a guidance, then click two. And if you're a person who are already studying and looking to expand your horizon, then you can click on third. That will bring me an idea that what mindset of people are sitting and watching me right now, so that I can ask relevant questions to the guest or speaker, and it should sound familiar to you. So I can see oh my God, 70% plus people are interested to enter into IT and looking for a courses. So if you're looking for a courses, you must be looking for a guidance. You must be thinking about what tools we have to study and a lot more. Is it possible or not? I'm from a commerce background, is it possible or not? I'm from a pharmaceutical background, is it possible or not? I have a 2 years of gap, is it possible or not? I have a 10-year sales experience, is it possible or not? I am a single mother having 2 years of gap, is it possible? I know these sort of questions are coming in your mind, and we're going to discuss every single thing right in front of you. So I will make sure that I cover up the maximum questions so that you get the maximum value out of it. Thank you so much, guys, for telling me. So now let's get started. So what you will learn today, you will learn why data science is so much in demand. Is it something which is over discussed or is actually in demand? You will understand this, and why data scientists, you know, do what exactly they do in a day-to-day life. Let's suppose you become a data scientist, what sort of job you will do, you'll get to know that, and what exact skills is required to become a data scientist, that you will learn in this particular session. All right, so these are the things that you will learn today. All right, so I hope you have got an idea. And again, before I start and bring the guest to speaker, I'm giving you another reminder that I have started one contest, and after Q&A session, that is after 30 or 40 minutes, I am going to share my screen, choose one random person, and enroll into a job guarantee batch of a data science from Coding Invaders. So if you want to win it for free, only one person will win it for free. Rest other will get a 45% discount. If you want to join a job guarantee batch, then the link is there in the chat section. Go fill it up and come back, because now I'm going to now bring the guest speaker. All right, so let's get started. Perfect. Please welcome Mr. Adarsh Shivananda. Hello, Adarsh.
Hi, Amir. Hi, everyone. Thanks a lot for joining today.
So I can see, I hope you can see the good bunch of people are engaging and very much excited and positive about this particular topic. And they are actually looking for somebody who is well experienced and understand, and they want somebody who can clear their doubts, and they make a good career in data science. So I'll just pass on the mic to you. Okay, I'll shut my mouth so that people can understand that from which background you are from and what exactly you're doing and what your experience. We would love to hear from you first.
Thanks a lot, Amir, for introducing me. Cool. Okay, fine. Then let's just get to it. So, as you guys can see, I am a data science manager at a Fortune 50 company called Kimberly Clark. It's into CPG. I have over a decade of experience in AI, data science, data analytics, machine learning, and NLP. Right. Uh, I When I started a decade ago, right? I actually I'm a mechanical engineering background, right? Uh, I I kind of used to hate coding as well, right? When I was doing my engineering, so somehow I finished my engineering, and then I got into a similar kind of a course, right? Into data analytics, AI and data science, deep learning were not of that much of a topic back then, right? It was simple data analytics, right? I joined there. I learned the skills that are required, right, which are very basic when compared to today's training sessions. Then I got into a company called IQIA as a data analyst. Then I move on to a startup called Trends Analytics, and then into Indigene, and now I'm at Kimberly Clark as manager, right? So started from data analyst, and since there was a lot of demand and lot of things to learn, and I quickly moved into, changed my roles into lead and manager, right? So now I lead a team of 20-25 data scientists, at KC, right? And that's kind of a professional kind of a background, right?
Mhm.
Coming to what I do, in my spare time is basically I write books, right? I have already published 6 technical books, which are into AI, and the 7th is going to be published on next month, all with Apress. And I just like this, I come to webinars, I go to talks, right? Trying
Mhm.
to educate as many people as possible, to educate them what is data science, why they should at least consider, right? If not get into that, why at least consider at this point of time, right? Because a decade or two from now, it becomes like your mathematics, right?
Mhm.
Like your school mathematics. It's already actually becoming a part of the course in ICAC syllabus, right, for 10th standard and 12th, right? So it's already happening, right? Just that you cannot go back to your college and learn it, so you have to somehow or
Mhm.
the other you have to learn, to keep it up to the trend. Yeah.
Understood. Understood. Thank you so much for this detailed introduction. So
Mhm.
you told that you wrote 6 books. Does that mean that your work-life balance is awesome?
uh, Kind of.
Okay.
Initially, it was not.
Okay.
I would say, first 3 to 4 years, it was all about learning, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you had to learn and do the tasks on the go, right?
Mm-hmm.
There it was a bit hectic, right?
Mm-hmm.
But once you learned all the skills which are required, then it was a lot easier, and I had a lot of time to do other
Mm-hmm.
things as well. But fine, yeah. Now I think fairly able to do a lot of things apart
Understood.
from the work.
Understood. Now I have a very curious question in my mind because having respect for all your experience, like I am also from a mechanical background, all right. And when I was in third year, when I started observing that I'm not getting companies to even sit an interview for, then I started looking for those skills where I can get more money. So we usually don't like coding, but what exactly you made yourself like about data scientist? Because it's just maybe like you choose it out of choice, or it's just like it came in your way and you started exploring and you understood that it is something which is a great opportunity. So what exactly you like about being a data scientist?
Excellent. So even uh, when again decade back, why did I choose it?
Mm-hmm.
I think the answer would be the same, right? Because that's where the money was, right?
Yeah.
But when I started learning things, then I realized that this is something I started liking as well, right? Which
Mm-hmm.
part of it is basically not especially the coding part for sure,
Mm-hmm.
but it requires more like an entrepreneurial mindset, right?
Yeah.
Why, I'll tell you, right? So what is data science? The data science is all about using various set of skills, and you're trying to solve a business problem, right?
Mm-hmm.
For that to happen, without knowing or without understanding a business, you cannot do it, right? You need to think like an entrepreneur. You need to think like you own the business, and how can you improvise it, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the coding part of it, the data, how do you fetch the data, what all tools which are required, the statistics and the maths required for it, right? That those are things that will come in handy to actually
Mm-hmm.
solve the problem and once you have the solution, once you have the predictions or the results, again you go back to the business and tell, hey, these are the actions that you need to take to actually solve this problem, right? The nature of that entrepreneurial skills, as well as the it's not just coding might be like 25-30%, right? The 70% is what I like the most about it, right? Which is the involvement with the business, right? And that kept me going for a decade, and hopefully it will for another 2 decades. Yeah.
Exactly, exactly. Even we also have such hopes that generally people are in doubt. As you know that what happened exactly in the last week, so much disaster happened. IBM has eliminated so many people. Looking at ChatGPT, OpenAI, all these stuffs. Looking at these things, many other companies like Shag and other are taking serious decisions. So what actually happens in my mind is, and I hope the audience must be thinking the same way. One side we are very much optimistic about this future, on the other side AI is dominating. So what exactly your opinion on this, so that we should feel comfortable and start focusing on the skills only and not to get worried upon, and we can be a safe player for surviving this game?
Got it. So the last week is basically called as the disastrous week, in the field of AI, right?
Mm-hmm.
The reason being, IBM fired, or it's going to fire 7,800 employees who are into more towards HR, finance, administrative work, right?
Mm-hmm.
Which is because they think that AI can do all these jobs,
Mm-hmm.
and they stopped freeze, they stopped hiring as well, right? And they came out and told that it's because AI can do it, will be able to do all those things, right? That's one, right? On the same note, the Google, if you know, right, Jeffrey Hinton, he's called father of AI. He came out of Google. He's 75 years old, right? At this point, like, he came out of Google just to freely talk about the downsides of AI as well, right? How it could get dangerous as well, right?
Mm-hmm.
And if you know the company called Chegg, which is into content development,
Mm-hmm.
their shares declined by 60%, right?
Mm-hmm.
Again, because of the generative AI, right? The
Mm-hmm.
chat GPTs and whatnot, right? And Samsung has said that they're having a data breach, which is because of ChatGPT, right?
Mm-hmm.
And US President, right, Joe Biden had a meeting with all CEOs from Google, Microsoft, and all last week, right?
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of movement happened last week, right? Which
Mm-hmm.
is more towards the safety towards AI, right? How you can actually contain the progress that is happening, right?
Mm-hmm.
As well as the job market, right? So there
Understood.
are certain types of jobs which are definitely going away, right? And content marketing, or more towards content, is definitely one of them, because the chat GPT can seamlessly do the content generation, which you
Mm-hmm.
need 10 people to do, right?
Mm-hmm.
So certain jobs are definitely kind of going away, and there is a saying, right? AI will not take jobs. The one who is using AI will take your job away, right? Now, for example, now if I'm learning Chat GPT, and I know how to use, I can
Mm-hmm.
take the 10 people's job who are not using AI, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
that's why, if you remember, right, 6 months we did a webinar. I told the same sentence, right? In
Mm-hmm.
in a decade from now, it's a mandatory, right? It's a
Mm-hmm.
mandatory skill, right? Now it's an optional, but it becomes mandatory, because without that, you will not be productive,
Mm-hmm.
right? So that's why it's more the better or the right time to learn these skills,
Mm-hmm.
if you are especially in a job where you think that it will be kind of automated,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Understood. Understood.
But
Understood.
what is the positive side is, there are still huge number of openings, the millions of jobs open, which are available as a data scientist, or yeah, it's here, right?
Mm-hmm.
For data analyst, data science, and AI jobs are there, because that's where the research is going on, and every business wants to implement AI, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the opportunity is there, and you know that certain things are going away, so that you are being kind of pushed to learn those skills and move into this side of things, right? Especially, of course, if you have interests, but you should seriously consider, learning these skills irrespective of what you are doing right now.
Exactly, exactly. So one thing is very clear that whatever it is going on, we have to like I've seen one thing. People are well aware about ChatGPT. They have seen sufficient number of reels, sufficient number of YouTube videos, but they don't know how to use it.
Correct.
Now, what is happening, guys? I have started getting an advertisement that people have started selling course how to use ChatGPT. But even you can, the interesting part is you can text ChatGPT that teach me how to use ChatGPT. They will guide you. All right. So,
Correct.
so what exactly is I'm trying to say is if I will start learning ChatGPT through ChatGPT, I don't need that course, right? How to
Correct.
use ChatGPT. So similarly, looking at the trends, if we will copy that, definitely we are more efficient. And if we are more efficient, then the company don't need 10 more employees, and we will be highly paid. Because what happens is the more faster we will grasp it, the more faster we will grow. As simple as that. So be like it. And if I talk about the package and everything, so just wanted to know a quick question because everybody must be thinking, is it correct to say that normally in this particular time getting a 10 lakh package from non-IT to IT as in a data science role, is it normal nowadays?
Oh, it's totally normal. It's
Yeah.
the fresher salary is 7 to 8 lakhs, right?
Mhm. Mhm.
From any college you go to, right? The college, hiring happens, right? Or the lateral hired,
Mhm.
the base is already set, which is 7 lakhs, right?
Mhm.
And if you are slightly experienced into any other domain, right? Need not to be IT,
Mhm.
and if there is a definite the positive side towards that, right? The salaries again will start more than 7 lakhs, right? If you're
Mhm.
already into IT, then whatever your current salary is, you can straight away ask 30-40% hike on your current salary, right? So salary, I don't see it any challenging, right? It's there is a really good pay. It's a simple math, right? If you have high demand, of course they have to pay more to get the right resources, right?
Mhm.
Otherwise the competition is really tight, right? So that's why the salaries are high, at least at this point of time.
Understood. Understood. Got an idea. So, even I have seen the people who are getting a stipend more than 60,000, by the way, who are not even pass out and getting a stipend of 60,000, 50,000. So that's
Correct.
really very cool about it. Now, the most interesting question comes in our mind is Adarsh, that we say that a lot of opportunities there, and we also observe in Naukri.com and everywhere that yes, opportunity is there, but how can we prove that data is everywhere? How exactly you would prove it? Can you give some examples?
Sure, definitely, right? So I think you would be using, see, unknowingly, you
Mm,
yourself, like just check you as an example, Amir, right?
mm,
The amount of data that you are generating in a day is in GBs, right?
mm, mm,
So you use, while coming to, you came to office today, right? So while traveling, you went to petrol bunk. There you see a
mm,
scanner, right? Then you went to drink a tea. Again, there is a scanner. You
mm,
paid, 10 rupees using a UPI, right? And
mm.
then in your canteen also there should be a scan. I mean, you are not using cash at all, right?
Exactly, exactly.
So wherever you go, you are making online transaction, right? And it's sitting at home, right? You will blink it 10 minutes, there is a grocery order at your home, right?
Mhm,
And you think that you are getting an order, but for Blinkit it's a transaction, and they have all of your data, right? At what time, what did you purchase, and how did you purchase, and how much did you pay, everything, right? So are
mhm,
you vegetarian, are you non-vegetarian, blah blah blah, right? All the data they have, right?
mhm,
So and social media, right? So you every click that you do is a transaction, right?
mhm.
Data is getting generated at every point and every level, right?
Exactly.
And also, as the other example that you just put up, right? So earlier, the things that are happening, right? If you take especially in a fintech, in a fintech industry, right?
Mhm.
Uh, everything was led by a human being, right? For a cat, like if you needed a cash, you go to a bank, right? You withdraw. There was a cashier that he used to give the cash to you, and then you
Mhm.
spend it, right? Now you just use UPI, right? Then you wanted a loan, right? Again,
Mhm.
you have to go to the bank, you talk to the people, right? You all give all your documents. Then again, 50% of time don't get approved, right?
Mhm.
So there are all those kind of issues, right?
Mhm.
Now the machine is basically approving your loan, right? How?
Exactly.
Basically, it's based on the credit score, right? You
Mhm.
must be thinking how the credit score is getting generated, right? I'm not sure if you're using Cred app, right? So if you go to Cred app, and there you can see your credit score, and it will show what are the various features that led to the credit score that you got, right? Because of the monthly payments, if you use multiple credit cards, your credit score would be high, right? If you're paying on time, then your score would be high, right? So everything is kind of automated, and the scores are getting generated, and based on the scores, the loans are getting approved,
Exactly.
right?
Exactly. Exactly.
So that's how the whole you know the scenarios has changed, right?
Mhm.
From a from a people to a more of a digital transactions, right? And wherever there is a data getting generated, of course, there would be a analyst or a data scientist who's sitting behind the data and doing some magic, right?
Exactly. Exactly.
So that's how it's working right now, Amir.
Exactly. Exactly. I hope you can see the screens as well, guys. What exactly I was actually making the changes. There was an example which we were just saying as what Adarsh was saying. If suppose there's a person who is in need of the cash, then they just go to the cashier and everything was manual process. Now we have a lot of process involved, which is very much automated. The cashier is replaced with AI, and the bank, the transaction has been replaced by UPI. So wherever you are generating this line is, I like it, others. So wherever we're generating data, it is somehow getting been derived by the AI. That's perfect. So conclusion is very simple, that IT and the data is taking over the world. And it is something which is very logical for me. It should be like this. And if we are not upskilling ourselves, looking at the current trend, then definitely we will be under the red zone for sure, just like the way Nokia was. All right. So yeah, I hope we can relate much better. Moving on. So now I'll give you two options. I know that you'll think that it's a serious one, but it's still. So the option number one is whether you can just live in denial and pretend that changes are not happening. You're just, you know, in your comfort zone. You are just sticking yourself with an Excel sheet, not upgrading yourself, not learning formulas, and you know what repercussion will be. Or you can choose option number two: accept the changes and start learning those particular skills and start taking some career transition. So guys, just let me know in the chat section which option you will choose, basically option one or option two. Because what happens, others, generally I've observed whenever I work with the senior employees, they have a kind of a habit to not learn, they are stick with that old mentality that, oh, I don't need this or something, because they are not very much open to adapt new changes or accept. And that's how nowadays, other humors, I don't know, is it right to ask or not, but is it correct? Okay, let me ask, because we both are mechanical engineer, we can ask. So have you observed one thing in your journey, that somebody who's younger than you and making more money than you in the same domain?
Yeah.
It is there, right? The examples are there, right?
Yes, yes, yes. There are a lot of examples.
So you must be observing that, like, if I could do this thing at my time so earlier than it is, it's also possible. And I guess these cases will happen for sure, right? If there is Amitabh Bachchan, then Shah Rukh Khan will come, right? So yeah. So let me see what options people are saying. So people are saying that they would go for option number two, because it's very simple. I know that you have to do, and second important thing is you don't have any other option, guys. Okay, either get fired or choose option number two. As simple as that. Perfect, perfect. We got a pretty much good understanding about it. But yes, again, Here also I'm collecting a data to announce a winner. All right. So you have to, if you are new, if you have joined right now, you don't know what the heck it is on the screen. So let me remind you, I started a contest 20 minutes back that one of you will win a chance to win the premium data science course from Coding Invaders, which provide a job guarantee just because Adarsh is with us. All right. So don't miss this chance because after Q&A session, I'm going to announce the winner. Where to fill this particular form? The link is in there in the chat section. Go enter your data so that I can do some analysis and bring one lucky one in front of you. Moving ahead. So now the most important thing comes in our mind is what does data scientist, what exactly and how exactly these data scientist people help in businesses. Basically, we can pick some random examples if you want, like how exactly it is growing and how exactly in a basic way they are helping businesses to grow.
Definitely, definitely. So there are there are tons of examples, right? So I mean, let's assume the going by the audience, right? A lot of people are, I see, between 20 to 30, right? And they might
Mhm.
be watching Netflix every day, right?
Exactly.
And so and Netflix has, you don't know that, but in the back end they have hundreds of algorithms running, right?
True.
And everything that they show is driven by that, right? What movies that you watch, right? The movies that they're recommending, if you see on top there is a score, match score. I'm not sure everyone, anyone has observed, right?
Mhm.
And that match score is, more often than not is accurate. If the score is closer to 100, and you tend to watch that movie, right, without knowing, right, you will actually like that movie if the score is towards 100, and that score is definitely a different score for every person, right?
Mhm.
That's how accurate they have kind of built the engine, right?
Mhm.
So similarly, the Flipkart, right? What, again, the recommendations, or what product should be put on the home banner, right?
Mhm.
What product should have the offers, right? And there are certain marketing use cases as well, right? Usually, the very famous example is the churn prediction, right? What it means is, uh, if you are using Flipkart as a business, right, you tend to move from Flipkart to Amazon, right? For a
Mhm.
Flipkart, you are a churned customer, which means that you left with Flipkart and went to a competitor, right? So predicting that who is going to leave your business is a very solid use case and a famous use case across businesses, right?
Mhm.
Because if you understand, if someone is leaving your business, you can give certain offers and make them stay, right? It goes with your telecom, right? Airtel and Geo, right? It
Mhm.
goes with any domain, any business you pick. That's a very critical use case, right? And of course the Ubers and the Olas, right? So the how they optimize their route, the price, right? And everything involves one or the other algorithm in the back end, right? So that's how data science is actually helping businesses, right?
Mhm.
To There are three things, right? To basically increase your revenue, right?
Mhm.
Or reduce or automate certain stuff, right? So that you are reducing the man hours, right? Or optimize one or the other thing, right? So
Mhm.
using these techniques, right, and the data, at the end of the day, we're trying to make profits and enhance the profits, right? That's what that's how data science will help.
Understood, understood. So basically, if I'll just say in a more simpler way, basically like data science people try to make sense out of random data or the activities that we have, and we predict or we explore or we do some descriptive analysis and take some decision. Is it correct to say that whoever goes, like nowadays, investors who are actually giving funds to the startups, they must be asking a question that what was exactly your sales projection? Like whenever we watch Shark Tank, they always ask what was your sales and revenue in the last quarter, last to last quarter, last to last quarter. Why they ask? So I usually understood that they are asking to predict what will be next. So if we are having this data, it is very much logical to predict it, as simple as that, right? Perfect, perfect. We got an idea. So, guys, I hope everybody is able to understand how exactly data scientists are um, playing their role. Now, the more common question you must be going through is like we all are confused actually that what exactly data scientist is and like the difference between data scientist and data analyst. If you could throw some light with some examples, like a Flipkart or something.
Sure. Definitely, definitely, right? So, before getting to example, conceptually, I'll try to, explain, right?
Mhm.
So, in a data set or in a business, right?
Mhm.
If you are trying to understand what happened in the past, right?
Mhm.
For example, as you told, what was my sales last year, right? How
Mhm.
many customers I enrolled last year, right?
Mhm.
So if I'm trying to understand what happened in the past, right,
Mhm.
that's basically analysis,
Mhm.
right? And
Mhm.
that's what a data analyst will do, right? Trying to understand usually structured data, right? They will not lean towards image or text, right? More towards if there is a structured data. Structured data is basically it's just having in your rows in Excel. You
Mhm.
basically showed a data in your Excel, right? That's
Mhm.
basically structured because it has columns, it has rows, and data is filled in with that, right?
Mhm. Mhm.
So if you are using a structured data and trying to understand what happened in the past, using, of course, Excel, SQL, right, R, right, and probably showing that in a Power BI or a Tableau dashboard
Mhm.
is what data analyst will do, right? And a data scientist will take a step further and
Mhm.
try to understand what happened, whatever happened in the past. He wants to understand why it happened, right? For
Mhm.
example, sales is going down is an information to the CEO, right? But also what he wants to know is why it went down, right?
Mhm.
Is it because the price was too much, or is it because the competitors came into the market? What is it, right?
Mhm.
And also he wants to understand what will happen in the future, right? Which is predicting, right?
Mhm.
For that you need machine learning, right?
Mhm.
So that's the difference. Data scientist will try to understand why it happened and also what will happen in the future, and
Mhm.
data analyst will just try to understand what happened in the past.
Understood. Understood. Understood.
Yeah.
Understood. Got
and
it.
the tool sets will differ, right? If you want to predict, you need to understand machine learning, then Python, and if you want training on the huge number of rows with a large data sets, then you need to learn Spark, right? So
Mhm.
the techniques or the tools that will differ, for data analyst and data scientists.
Understood.
But
Understood.
being data scientist, you should know everything.
Exactly. Exactly. Like here we have a live example, guys. Let's take an example of a curtain. If you will see, while buying any curtain, you notice a frequent bought together section, like suggestions comes in, right? The weirdest combination I got is like well, I saw one combination that there was a diaper with wine. So now I understood the logic that the father who is actually away from home is like I have to go home in the weekend for with wine. Along with that, you have to take care of your child. So by the way, so if you will see that combination, you see that the efforts given by the data scientists, they develop a model to help identify the items that are bought together, which will lead businesses to revenue growth. So they are actually understanding everything, and they know, and accordingly they are just attaching so that their chances of sales will be high. Now, if you look at the data analyst part, what they do basically, so you notice the Flipkart offers a split payment section. To decide on adding such services, data analysts have to calculate. They know how to calculate, and so that people know, people must be feeling comfortable and active with what sort of users are actually choosing the options. So they will bring the most relevant one in front of you. So here is a small difference that we will see. All right. So if you want to know the tools, as Adarsh has mentioned, so you can take a screenshot of it if you want. So this is a data analytics tools are required like Excel, SQL, and visualization. And the data scientist requires SQL, Python, and business models, a whole understanding. So is it correct to say, Adarsh, that I need to become first data analyst and then data scientist accordingly? That's how it works because we need to have a proper understanding from scratch, right?
That's correct. First, you learn or specialize all the data analyst skills,
Mm-hmm.
and once you are comfortable, then you start learning data science skills as well, which is machine learning, uh, and deep learning, NLP, right? Text processing, image processing. It's huge, right? But once you have the fundamentals, the learning becomes faster.
So the word that you have used, deep learning ML, is something which is scaring me, by the way. So just wanted to know that is it possible to do for me? Let's see. Come on, like I'm also a mechanical engineer, but I'm very dumb in all this. I have literally got 67% in high school and 71% in intermediate, and some 7.5 CGPA in graduation. And I thought that I'll do something big in my life, but I'm not able to do right now. So, can you tell me that can I do data scientist? Is it something which is a superhero thing, or I can just do it if I'll have to start it from scratch?
No, no. If I can do, probably you can also do, and a lot of people who join can do, right? Even my numbers are not so much better than yours. It's almost in that range only.
I just told so that people should not look at me like I am the so weirdest person who is doing hosting. It was much less. I just covered it up with some decent digits. So one thing is very clear that I don't need to be very much worried, or I don't need to be a pro mathematician, coding background, something. It's just that I have to give and consistent enough to get this thing done. All right.
That's totally right.
Perfect, perfect, perfect. So, guys, it is very clear that you just need to be graduate. If you are just engineer, then definitely you can become, because engineer becomes everything except an engineer. All right. So, moving ahead, so it is very clear that you have to just take a decision, as simple as that. Now, looking at the whole coding invader situation, if I'll just tell you, people generally are much interested in knowing that how we get to know that what exactly is required. As I told you, that we have 100 plus hiring partners, so we keep on getting the feedbacks and the requirement. On that basis, we keep on updating and making some changes so that you stay in the market. So we keep on updating the tools, modules, so that your chances of placement should increase. So now you can give us more precise idea, Adarsh, about what tools are required in a more simpler step-by-step pointer wise, so that people have more understanding. You can carry on.
Sure, definitely. Uh, so I think Excel is pretty much, it's where whatever job you do, I think you need Excel.
Exactly.
So even that goes true for data analytics as well
Mhm.
as data science, right?
Mhm.
You need to have a better understanding of Excel for sure, right?
Mhm.
And once that is done, like, we'll just go step by step, right?
Mhm. Mhm.
And the first thing that you need is basically, you need to extract the data, right? Without
Mhm.
data you cannot do anything, right? If
Mhm.
it's there in the Excel, it's well and good, but as the data increases, it's impossible to store in Excel, right? You need to store in a database, right?
Mhm.
That's why you need SQL, right? So that you can write queries and fetch the data, right? Again, you need not to know A to Z of SQL, right?
Mhm.
Probably A to, I don't know, EF is enough, right?
Exactly.
Where you need to understand the simplistic, SQL queries to fetch the data and merge possibly, right? And do
Mhm.
certain data manipulation, right? So once you have the SQL skills, you have the data, what do? You need to analyze, right?
Mhm.
For that to happen, you need to understand the basic maths and the statistics,
Mhm.
right?
Mhm.
And again, statistics, it's not too complicated. Just even knowing mean median mode will take you a long way, right?
Mhm.
And once you are comfortable with statistics,
Mhm.
you need to implement, right? And that's why you need tools like R or Python, right? Of course, Python is the most widely used one, so that you can just directly start with Python, right? Once you know the Python, you know the statistical skills, you have the data, you start doing the analysis, right?
Mhm.
So, and analysis is basically, of course, what happened in the past, and statistics will give you an answer on why it happened. And to
Mhm.
predict the future, you need to understand the machine learning, right?
Mhm.
That's what the machine learning and ML ops means, right?
Mhm.
Again, in machine learning, there are various types of algorithms that you need to learn, right? And
Mhm.
ML ops is basically operationalizing those models, as in you have
Mhm.
you have trained a model, right? But it has to work in a real time, right? Flipkart, if you are using Flipkart, everything works in real time, right?
Mhm.
Because these models are basically deployed in cloud, and those are being triggered, every second, right?
Mhm.
So that's what ML ops means, which is operationalizing these models and
Mhm.
making sure that they are working, every second,
Mhm.
right?
Mhm.
and yeah, and the last part is basically the unstructured data, which is natural language processing and deep learning, which you can of course learn as a add-ons once you know the basics, right? One
Understood.
thing that I would like to call out, which is very mandatory, is solve as many projects as possible,
Mm-hmm.
right? uh, it doesn't, if you know all these things, then you stop there and you go for interview. I mean, you keep on go for interviews, that's not a problem. But every day you need to keep solving the projects, right? Of course, as a part of the course, you give a lot of projects as well, but if you don't, then there is Kaggle, right, where there are thousands of projects in itself, right? You can just pick one and keep doing until you become master at it, right? And then believe me, the interviews becomes a lot easier.
Understood. Understood. So basically, these are the skills required to get this thing done. And how and this what about this thing, deep learning? Any special point you would like to mention that ML algorithms and deep learning?
Correct, right? So as I told, to crack those interviews, right? Uh, Usually there is nothing much to ask here, right? They will not ask, how ask you to write a Python code, right? It's not a Java interview, right? So they will not even ask you to write a single line of code, right? It's
Mhm.
more towards the understanding of the concepts itself, right? How
Mhm.
statistics work, right? How the machine learning algorithm, how linear regression works, what is the formula,
Mhm.
and what all types of problems that could be solved, right? What are the various algorithms and what are the differences across these algorithms, and when to use what algorithm, right? And
Mhm.
as I told you, some exposure to deep learning and natural language processing, where
Mhm.
how do you deal with text and image, right?
Good.
A very very basic understanding is enough, because that's, as I told you, it's an add-on. You will keep on learning as you work in day-to-day life. You only work when you have a right use cases, right? The use cases, there are a lot of use cases in the industry towards unstructured data than text and image, right? So that's why deep learning and NLP becomes more of an add-on when compared to other skills that we discussed.
Understood. Understood. Got an idea. So how to know that exactly we are the right fit for it? So it's very simple, guys. You just need to at least speak and understand English on a very basic level. That is totally fine. You can do it, and you should be comfortable with school maths, basic maths. Not you should not need to know the whole differentiation and integration, the basic maths. If you're a person who is able to solve, if you're a person who is whole passing marks relying on the 10 marks question that we used to get in the end of the mathematics, that bar chart and pie chart. If you're able to understand that, then that is sufficient. And you should need to know the basic of Excel and Google Sheet. And that's it. So you will be a good candidate to pursue for it. You don't need to be a pro in anything as such. All right. Now, the most interesting thing just everybody wants to know that how fast or how quickly we can become the data scientist. Because after doing graduation, Adarsha, after doing graduation, after doing mechanical engineering, 4 years, 3 years, now we are very much serious about our time because we wasted successfully 4 years, 3 years, right? Now everybody wants to know that how much time I should give because they want immediate results. So, is it correct to say that a person can become a data scientist in exact 8 to 9 months if he is spending at least 1.5 hours on a daily basis? Is it correct to say that?
Yeah, I think I could agree with that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Uh, uh, See, until to become a master at it, right? To become a perfect data scientist, it will
Mm-hmm.
take years, right?
Mm-hmm.
But it's not required, right? It's a journey, right? You
Mm-hmm.
cannot become perfect and then you go to a job interview, then you land a job. That's not how it works, at least for data science right now, right?
Mm-hmm.
Even you have 30 to 40% of the skills, you are getting hired because there is
Mm-hmm.
no one else to do it, right? So that's where I think 6 to 12 months, anywhere between 6 to 12 months, is more than enough to actually learn all the skills, do as many projects as possible, and then go for the interviews. Of course, you might not clear the first one, second one, third one.
Mm-hmm.
Eventually you will get to know what kind of questions are are being asked, and then you will eventually answer them, and then you'll get into it, right? That's getting a job is not the problem, right?
Mhm.
And once you get it, how again passionately you'll keep learning and trying to solve the problem is what is important, right?
Exactly. Exactly.
Because it's a lifelong learning. Like, or from last when I started, there was a tool called SAS, right? It's no
Mhm.
one. I think hardly 1% of the world is using it. So no one is using, because tools are getting replaced every
Mhm.
day, right?
Exactly.
Then the came R, then now Python is in the boom. Who knows, tomorrow something might no else might come, right? But that's what it's all about. You need to keep on learning. Chat GPT is a new thing for me as well. Even I need to go Google, learn things, and then only I can talk about it, right?
Mhm.
So the learning is continuous, and what you are trying to do is make sure that your fundamentals are right, and then you can keep on learning on daily basis.
Understood. 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 Thank you. Thank you so much. So it's very simple, guys. You have the examples over there. Either you follow the conventional method. I feel that others, it is very correct to say that the people who are younger than us and earning more than us, maybe the reason is they were self-aware at the right time. That's
Correct.
why they are able to catch those trend and they are started
Correct.
making money. But in my case, what I observe that we got awareness a bit later, or kind of when
Later.
things were under pressure, we didn't got any option, then we started doing it. So that's the different, I guess, guys, right? So it's very simple. We spent a lot of money in graduation, guys, which is totally fine because we were not having any options. Even in my case, others, like after 12th, everybody was talking about JE, UPTU, and I very well knew that I won't be able to crack any single thing. But I don't know why I was preparing for it. So because we as a student feel that this is the only two options. But now the trend has been changed. People are just learning those skills which can give them money, and they are very the kind of customers who ask questions about relying on anything, courses or anything. They are very much well aware about the repercussion. Is this thing will happen or not? Or is this thing happen? So what I feel is if we'll put the right money and the right skills at the right time, we would be able to do it. It's nothing magical. It's very logical, simple as that. So in 9 months, you can become a data scientist. If something is approved by the people like others, then you can definitely rely on. All right, the tools are there. You have to learn everything from scratch. You just need to be motivated enough. That's it. All right. So here in a coding invaders, you will be getting 80% real business, real practices, and 10 real projects, one-on-one mentorship, so that you can ask this, the simplest questions as well, and all team works and guaranteed job. It is possible because millions of jobs are there, and I'll tell you, bunch of graduates are there, but I'm sure others must be facing a challenge in hiring that people are less skilled. So, you must be getting a lot of application, but you must not be getting the skilled one, the exact one which you are looking for, right? Do you face this problem?
Oh yeah, totally. I started hiring, I think from 5 years back, right? I
Uh-huh.
became a team lead, and then I started, get into this hiring phase, right?
Mhm, mhm,
Uh, since then, I definitely have this challenge, right?
mhm,
Uh, at some point, I at least, uh, see if at least I can give a direction to this person. At least he can learn, right?
mhm,
I approved, or I hired a lot of people with at least 20-30% of the skills, because I know that maybe if I can guide him properly in next 6 months, he can learn and do the job, right? I took that bet as well, even though he did not have the proper skills, right? So yes, I think then that problem exists, and I hope that won't be a problem in few years.
Understood. Understood. Thank you so much. So you can take a glass of water. I'll just come back to you again. All right, because we are going to have a Q&A session. All right.
Sure.
So guys, it is very much clear that we are in the need for sure, and everybody is looking for an skilled person. So yes, at the coding invaders, you will get these things very easily. Don't worry, guys. We are going to have the Q&A session with the others again. But let me tell you, to all the people who are curious about the courses, that yes, in the coding invaders, 59% of the people are from a non-IT background and they are able to make it big. And because our 100% curriculum is totally based upon the industrial trend, so we know exactly what is needed and we have modified it as per the need of the market. So it increases the chances of the placement and the employability. So you will find a one-on-one mentorship, all the study things and all the process is practical oriented, so that when you are giving interview you sound more logical and you are worth, or your you can exactly prove your worth when an experienced one is sitting next to you. Because the more projects and the practical work you will do, the more logical you will sound in an interview. So here you will get a web-based portal where you will be learning everything. You can log in from everywhere and you can study from wherever you want. And project-based learning will definitely keep you top, up to the market. To all the people who are asking me about the price, this is the price. Just because you're watching me right now, you're eligible for 45% discount. All right. So the course price is 15,000 per month for 12 months, but now it has been 45% discount just because we have an amazing guest speaker with us, and Coding Invaders has launched special benefits to all the people only who's watching me right now. So you're eligible for 45% of discount, and that is 8,250 rupees per month. Link is there in the chat section. You can book a free counseling call, check your eligibility criteria, check the curriculum, what others has told, is it there or not, verify the details, verify the agreement, verify the job guarantee thing policy, talk with alumni, and then take a better decision. All right. Moving on. So, guys, I want to give you a reminder again that yes, we are still into the contest. We are just going to start this particular Q&A session sooner. But yes, to all the people who joined late and don't know, if you have missed something, I promise that I am going to give one premium data scientist course from Coding Invaders, which promises job guarantee, that too for free. So you are watching me. If you're a person watching me till like it's 1 hour now, and you have watched me here, so you are a serious person. You deserve to win. So don't miss out on this. I know that you are more interested into the knowledge and wisdom, but still, if you are here, let's try it out. There might be chances you can win. All right. Because last few days I'm observing the person who are registering at the end are actually winning the game. So the link is in the chat section. Please go and fill it up. Maybe the luck wins and we get it for free. All right. So the link is there in the chat section. Go fill it up. So now the most important questions comes in our mind is how to find the vacancies. It is very simple. You can get this from different websites like Glassdoor, LinkedIn, Indeed.com, Upwork, and you can use Indian websites called Naukri.com. And we do also have Career Center where we prepare the CV. Why we do this? I'll tell you one example. So it's not only about learning this data skills and getting it done easily. After learning all these skills, the heart of the process is this one: job hunting strategy. So if your LinkedIn profile is not well structured, not SEO oriented, if your CV is not well structured, trust me, how much number of time you will apply, you will not get a call. Because what happens nowadays, big companies are started using ATS, applicant tracking system. So big companies get a lakhs of applications every single day or a week. So it is not how you will increase your chances of getting shortlisted. Well, in that case, the applicant tracking system, they have certain keywords. Let's suppose they only wanted to shortlist somebody who is having a Python in their CV, or R language or ML should be there into their LinkedIn bio. So how you would understand what exactly the need of the market is, what exactly the keyword should be there. So to make this all very much structured, we have a career center at the Coding Invaders, which we prepare. And if I am telling you that we have 100 plus hiring plan, it means that we know the need of the market, we know what they are looking for. Looking at those particular need, we teach our students, help them learn how to make their LinkedIn profiles and digital profiles and prepare their CVs in a perfect e-portfolio way, so that it is justified and worth equal to the experienced one, and it can create a good impressions in your first attempts, and you can crack the job very easily. So these are the things available in the Coding Invaders as well, and it's very much important thing. Trust me, if you have all the skills and if you don't know these things, it will be very much tough for you to crack a nice job. All right. So as I mentioned, CV building, mock interview practice. Mock interview practice is something which is a game changer. Why? Because if I will make you practice a lot of time, then and giving you when you will go and give you actual interview, you will sound like a pro. So that's another interesting thing that you will get with our courses. Perfect. So we have 100 plus hiring partners. Our alumni are working in Metro Cash and Carry, John and John's, Johnson Johnson, Cisco, PNG, and a lot other fractals and everything. All right. Perfect. So, guys, again, a small reminder: who haven't filled this particular form, fill it up, because now we are going to start this Q&A session with others. So the link is there in the chat section. Go fill it up, and just after Q&A session, I'm going to announce the winner. All right. So the link is in the chat section. Moving on. So thank you, others, for coming back again. Let me
Sure.
pick up some
Uh,
questions for you.
yeah, you can pick a
Um,
question, right? Until then, I was, meanwhile, I was just opening my, Gmail, right? So again, there is a
okay.
news on ChatGPT. ChatGPT clears UPSC prelims, right?
Oh my
Actually,
God.
see here.
Oh my.
So it actually in February they did the same thing, right? They
Mhm.
asked all the UPSC questions and it failed. But
Mhm.
again, the beauty of it is it keeps learning, right? It's based on reinforcement learning, right?
Mhm.
Whatever data that is feeding, it's just keep updating, as well as the feedback it keeps on taking, right? Next time it won't do the same mistake, right?
Mhm.
Because of that, it was able to clear the UPSC prelims exam, right? What
Exactly.
it means, right? It means is in a lot of things that the basics things that human can do is
Mhm.
already able to, the chat GPT is already able to do it, right? It's being
Understood.
automated.
Understood. Yep. Yep. Yep.
Cool. Okay. Oh, let's.
So I've got a bunch of question already. So let's just start. And I'll make it like a rapid fire because we are already running late. So don't think that you're sitting on a coffee with Karan. so, so I'm going to ask some questions. Um, Question from Vandana Joshi: Can I get a work from home job by doing data science?
Yes. Uh, it does. It depends. Again, it's technically, I mean, all data scientists can do work from home, but it depends on the company, right?
Company to
As I
company.
can see, 50% of the companies have the 3 days work from office policy, right? But again, 40 to 50% of the companies are letting the people work from home. So you just have to choose the right company or the organization, but the opportunity is there.
All right, perfect. Question from Mrityunjay: What is the average salary of data scientist?
It depends on the experience. If you are a fresher between 0 to 2, it's somewhere around 10 lakhs. 2 to, let's say, 6, it's between around 15-20 lakhs. And as soon as you cross, 8 years, 10 years, it would be 20, more than 20-25 lakhs for sure, right? So I'm just telling my uh, events from last 10 years, right? So it's really good when compared to any other domain. I can confidently say that.
Perfect, perfect. All right, another question from Kritika is: Please talk about the career change for a person who is having a prior experience in testing.
Testing, okay. If you see, uh, I started teaching data science 5 to 6 years back,
Mhm.
right? I don't know, maybe I taught more than 1,000 2,000 students, right? And I would say 50% of them are from testing background, right? Why? Because it's again a simple math, right? A lot of testing jobs are getting automated, right?
Mhm.
So because of that, and they see that the career growth is not much, right? Because a lot of people who are doing testing, and jobs are getting smaller day by day, right? uh, and that's where a lot of people are moving there. It's totally fine, right? Because you have a lot of extra skills, that when you compare to a non-IT background, you have extra skills, which is you already know a bit of coding, right? You already know how the business applications works. You did a lot of work related to talking to business people and understanding the features, right? So you have certain skills which are required for data science, right? So it's just about learning few more skills, and you are ready to go, right? So I think you are in the right stage of your career to switch. And if you wait more, you will be, and it becomes challenging later.
Yep. All right. Thank you for this answer. Um, okay. So there's one question from Shikhar: How AI is changing the data analyst landscape?
uh, actually, that's a good question. Why? Because uh, even analyst at times has to code, right? And what AI has done is even it made coding a lot simpler, right?
Mm-hmm.
So what one of my uh, someone reports to me does is he's a data scientist. What he does is he uses chat gp if there, let's say there is an error, he uses
Mm-hmm.
chat gpt to find what is that, how to fix that error, and then bring copy paste that code and solve the problem, right? So what it's doing is it's actually removing the junk work, right? So that you can be more effective at what you do, right? So if you are all day long, if you are doing the things that doesn't bring much of value, then ROI is less, right? But a lot of these repetitive tasks are being automated, which means that you can concentrating on finding the insights. Data science is about finding insights and implementing it, right? So basically AI is enhancing data analyst job. It's not affecting in any other negative way. It's basically enhancing it, right? So that a lot of problems could be solved sooner.
Understood. Understood. Got an idea. Another question I got privately from one of the person, I would not take names, just saying that question from a single mother having 2 years of gap, and she was into some different roles. Can she still become a data scientist if she will learn some skills like this?
Yeah, again, definitely, right? Because the gaps are common, right? Again, of course, being a woman and a mother, I think it's no big deal, right? And given that if you have a relevant experience which you think which can add value, being a data scientist, that
Mm-hmm.
will not only add as an advantage, right? It will give you a power to negotiate your salary as well, right? Because you are bringing that domain expertise or business experience that you had, right? And of course, if you learn the skills that are required, I think they will not look into the gaps or what you did not do. So I don't think these things will matter.
Understood. Got it. Got it. Thank you so much. I've got pretty much understanding, and all the questions are over. So one thing I would like to conclude, because I have got some similar questions. People who are generally asking that I'm from pharmaceutical or from medical sector or from a chartered accountant background. One thing is very simple and clear. We can say that even logistics needs an analyst, even HR needs an analyst, even a chartered accountant needs an analyst to maintain the transaction. Even a medical store people also need an analyst to know which medicine has been sold more, and on that basis they bring those stocks again and again in a very basic term. So what I can see that we can conclude it by saying that every single industry needs an analyst and a data scientist, as simple as that, right? So the name changes. If somebody is from sales background, they can. Is it correct to say that the people who are from sales background can become a good data scientist or business analyst?
Yeah, see, I'll repeat this, right? uh, the skill becomes mandatory for all the roles,
Exactly.
right? It's not like it's not going to be a vertical anymore, right?
Mm-hmm.
Few years from now it becomes an horizontal, which
Mm-hmm.
means as you learn English, right, for all the jobs you need to learn analytics as well, right? Because for everything is will be data driven, right? For a sales or as you told, pharmaceutical, agriculture,
Mm-hmm.
right? Shockingly, right?
Mm-hmm.
And any domain if you take, it becomes a mandatory skills, and you're not losing anything by learning it, right? It's
Mm-hmm.
only going to add, as act as a boost to your career. If you're not taking this as a career, it will at least act as a boost to your whatever existing career that you are in. It could be sales, marketing, whatnot.
Understood, understood, understood. That's why, like, I would like to share my experience. I did sales started in the starting with one of the biggest ed tech company, is now under the ED now. So I would not take a
Okay.
name, but still. So I was selling some tablets. Okay, so so uh,
Okay.
what happened is exactly when I used to tell my manager that I'm going to close the deal or something, then my manager always used to say, "Talk to me in numbers." So I was very much irritated that why the hell he talked to me like this when I became a manager, and when my super boss tell me that how you're exactly planning your revenue. And when I sat in front of Excel sheet, I actually need that number to plan. So then I called my junior. I said, I don't know anything, just tell me the number. So data is actually required. So one thing is very clear that one day we all will grow and we will be sitting at certain position where you will be just dealing with data. So it is very much important, guys. All right. So that's it from my end. I hope you enjoyed this particular session, guys. But before you go, Adarsh, I know you're already running out of time, but before you go, would you have any special message to all these beautiful people so that they can take some decisions and come out from comfort zone and make their career?
Yeah, yeah, definitely, right. So I told you, right, I did my BE in mechanical, right, and I went jobless for 6 months, right.
Obviously, it will
So which
happen.
I which I didn't tell you in the introduction, right. uh, so I was unemployed as well, right, and it's painful, right. So then only learning the skills that matter today is what you can is something that you can take you forward, right. And then concentrating on how you can improvise and enhance on that so that you can move ahead with your career, right. And at this point of time, AI is one of them, right. It's not the only one, right. Of course there are certain other things, right.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a easier way in,
Mm-hmm.
right. There are a lot of opportunities,
Mm-hmm.
and as we already know, as I told multiple times, there are
Mm-hmm.
certain jobs that definitely going away, right.
Mm-hmm.
And you need to, it becomes an horizontal and becomes a mandatory skill, right. For all these reasons, right, I encourage whoever I speak to, right, not because I'm in this webinar, whoever, even for the friends and the colleagues, the relatives, right, I push them to take this career,
Mm-hmm.
because it's one of the promising and everlasting for next 1 or 2 decades, so that you can enjoy your life, right. So just keep working, keep learning, so that you will get there someday, right. That's all what I want to say. Just keep learning.
Understood. Understood. Thank you. Thank you so much, Adarsha, for this beautiful message. And as always, I enjoy having session with you. And it was interesting session. And I hope to see you again and again because this audience always finds a lot of value from you.
Excellent. Thanks a lot, Ami, for having me again. Bye
Thank you.
bye.
Thank you.
Have a
Thank you
good
so
day,
much.
everyone. Bye bye.
Bye. All right, guys. So we are done with the session with Adarsh. Now I know that the time is over. Everybody is now waiting for the winner to know that who will be winning this data scientist course. So yes, you all people who is watching me right now, time is over. Now I have to share my screen. I have to choose one person, and I have to onboard in front of you into a job guarantee badge. All right. So are you guys ready for it? I can see that yes, audience are very much interested and very much excited. You know what? Let me tell you guys. I want to thank you to all of you because you guys are the actual serious people who is watching me right now. Because in the beginning, too many crowds were there. Now it is 1 hour and 23 minutes, and you are staying till this time. So it means that you are actually serious with your life and you are serious about this. All right. So I highly appreciate that you are giving so much of time for yourself at this distracting time where people are involved into Instagram scrolling and you are watching the webinar or understanding the importance of data scientists and making career. I have a huge respect for all of you guys that you are watching like 1 hour 23 minutes and you got so much of value and you have too many questions. I have a huge respect for all of you. Give a pat on your back from my side, guys, because I love those people who are actually very much serious about their career. So I'm very much happy that you stayed till the end. So now, without wasting any much time, guys, I have to announce the winner. So in the mid of the thing, I wanted to inform all of you that if you have missed to fill the form which I shared with you, the link which I shared with you, if you haven't filled it, please fill it up because don't miss a chance. If you're watching me, if you have spent 1 hour time, why to waste the luck? Just go and fill it up and let me know that you are done. If you are done, I'll give you 2 minutes of time, guys. Okay, don't worry, no rush, nothing. The link is there in the chat section. If you haven't filled up, please fill it up. If you feel that you are not in the need, you can refer to your friend at least who can fill it up. Okay, maybe he could be a winner or she could be a winner. All right, so make the most of it. All right, guys, because we are giving this whole premium thing for free, so why to mess it? All right, so the link is there in the chat section. I'll give you 2 minutes of time, guys. I'm not going anywhere. I'll just clear some doubts about the course detail who is asking me, and just after 2 minutes I'm going to announce the winner. The link is there in the chat section. So guys, to all the people who is texting me personally about the course detail, let me tell you very clearly, this is one-on-one personal mentorship thing is available, so that you can ask the silliest questions as well. Don't hesitate, and you can actually upskill yourself. Exclusive career packages are there to schedule your interviews, fast track job search, and 100% job guaranteed, convenient studying timing for the people who are working professional or the busy in studying. All right, so if you're interested in the live session, it is there. Group webinars is there with industry expert, so everything is there. All right, so you don't need to worry about all this. All right, every single thing is there. To be very honest, you don't need to be intellectual enough to do this course. You just need to be consistent enough to do this course, because I have seen intellectual people not getting placed because of inconsistency, but I have seen average people getting placed just because they are consistent. All right, so now let's get started. I'm going to share my screen now. All right, it's time to announce the winner. So the link is there in the chat section. So let me just share my screen, guys. I'm going to share my screen. So guys, you can just tell me that if you can see my screen or not. Guys, can you see my screen? Just give me a thumbs up and let me know that if you guys can see my screen. Because how many people have registered? So we just tried some testing. We will remove this test. I'll delete it, and these are some test delete rows. All right, so how many people have registered? So I guess 163, with the last person who registered is Sadik. So I guess yes, everybody can see. Perfect. All right, so I will use this website to choose random person. Basically, this is website. Generally, I used to choose a random person. Let's suppose 789 people have registered, and I have to choose one winner. Then I'll just put the numbers over here, and I'll just click over here. Then it will give me a random number, like 745 will be the winner. All right. Similarly, let's suppose if it could be 654 people have registered, I have to choose one random person. I'll enter the name like this, and I click over here. I'll get the number that, yeah, this is the winner. All right. So now I'll just lock the contest. The last person is Ramakrishna 164. I'll refresh my sheet again so that I could not miss anybody. So I'm locking the number at 164. Okay, I'll put the number over here, 164. Now countdown is going to start. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. And number 142 is the actual winner of this particular contest. And this person is going to get a 100% job guarantee agreement from a Coding Invaders of a 9-month exclusive premium course, that is data scientist course from scratch to an advanced level. Let me see who is that lucky person, because that lucky person is going to study for 9 months. And if he utilizes every single hour of his time, that is 1.5 hours daily, then he will be getting a job in between 10 to 25 lakh, because we have 100 plus hiring partners. So we keep on scheduling interviews to those who, we will keep on scheduling till the time you crack it. So if I'll make sense, if I'll schedule 10 calls, you will in the worst case crack one. All right, the best part is you are going to win it for free. So let's see who's that lucky guy and whose career is bright now, because I'm going to enroll him into a job guarantee batch. Sorry guys. 142. So 142, Naveen Kumar Yadav is the winner of this particular contest from a Coding Invaders. You have actually won this particular premium course of data scientist from a Coding Invaders, that too for free. So Naveen, if you are here, please say hi, because I guess you came registered at the end, so you are the winner of this particular contest, and you are going to get a call from Coding Invaders. They will be checking your eligibility criteria, and they will be enrolling you in a job guarantee batch. Naveen, if you are here, please. So Naveen Kumar Yadav is saying thank you. So Naveen is actually the winner of this particular contest. So Naveen, I'm very much happy to announce that from a Coding Invaders, you won this particular course for free. So I hope the number that you have registered is the correct one, because now after a few minutes, career counselor is going to call you, check your eligibility criteria, check your graduation, everything, and they will enroll you in a job guaranteed batch. So somebody is saying that congratulations, congratulations, Naveen has registered so many times. I didn't check it, guys. It's just like you have seen the process in front of you. I choose the random person, the winner. So congratulate him. But to all the people who haven't won yet, so you are still eligible for a job guarantee batch. So you can get this job guarantee batch in where the Naveen is, but you can get exactly in 45% of discount. You can pay 8,250 rupees for another 12 months and get this thing done, because we are going to start a job guarantee batch in just 2 days. All right. So the link is in the chat section. You can have a free counseling call. So you know attend it and ask too many questions and take a better decisions. But to all the people who wanted to know about the EMI programs, we do also have a EMI programs. We don't charge interest. There is no opening fees. Pocket friendly EMI programs will help you to achieve your dreams. It's just that you need a motivation to do it. All right. So, and also I have an interesting facility for all of you, that is a referral program. I'm going to attach the referral link. If you will refer to your friend, you will also get 5,000 rupees and your friend will get 5,000 discount. And if I refer to 10 people, you will get 50,000 rupees and your friends will get 5,000 rupees each discount. Trust me, guys, I'll give you one example what a smart person did. 6 months back, there was a guy who enrolled himself and he was facing an issue in affording the course. He referred approx 20 people by posting on LinkedIn or something, and he made his course price zero, and his friends also got 5,000 rupees discount. So it's a knowledgeable thing, it's a knowledge and educated related thing. So the more you will share, the more wise you will become. All right. So use your network. Your network is your net worth. All right. But to all the people who are asking me about the certificate, if you want to ask the certificate about this particular course, is this particular master class, if you want a certificate, then I would highly request to all of you that if you enjoyed this particular session, I'm going to attach a Facebook and Google link over here. You can drop your reviews how exactly you like this master class. The link is there in the webinar in the chat section. There's a Facebook link and there's a Google link. Just go and drop your honest reviews and take a screenshot and mail it to info@codinginvaders.com. We will give you the participation certificate as well of completing this masterclass that you attended till end, because we highly value your time. So the link is there, the Facebook and the Google link is there. Go drop your reviews, take a screenshot and mail it to info@codinginvaders.com, or you can take a screenshot of the slides which is right in front of you. We will email you the certificate that you attended and completed this masterclass. All right. So I hope you guys enjoyed this particular session, and I hope it was an eye opener for you. I hope you got a reality check. I hope you are pumped up to take a better decision. All right. So thank you so much, guys, for joining me and listening me till 1 hour and 32 minutes. I'm signing off and see you on the another webinar.